How many of you students have been laying in your dorm room and thought, man, I would love some Chick-fil-A right now, but you couldn't because your car was too far parked away? See, I've had some pretty bad experiences with parking. My car was in the green lot, and one time I had to walk all the way from Futrall to the green lot in the pouring down rain. That's about 1.2 miles, just about a 25-minute walk. Trust me, it's miserable. And today, I'll be informing you on college parking problems across campuses in the United States, such as the University of Arkansas, Florida State University, and Clemson University. So how do I have credibility in this? I have credibility because, well, I am a student at the University of Arkansas, and I have a car there. I've had to experience buying a parking pass, and I've had to struggle with parking problems. This is relevant to all of us because we are all students at the University of Arkansas, and most of us have cars up there. So we understand the struggle all together. And we all know that we've had to make some long walks. And is it worth it? You'll find out. My first topic, University of Arkansas. Some of the distance between dorms and parking lots is crazy. According to Google Maps, Futrall Hall to Green Lot, like I said earlier, is about 1.2 miles, which is a 25-minute walk. This is from lot 56 to be exact, because that's where I normally park my car. Reed Hall to Green Lot is about 1.2 miles, and this is a 22-minute walk. And up those hills is not fun. Yoakum and Humphreys to the Green Lot is about 1.8 miles, which is a 15-minute walk. It isn't fun either. Some pretty big hills. And finally, Adohi to Green Lot is about 0.4 miles, which is a 7-minute walk. None of these walks are fun, especially in the rain. The pricing. According to University of Arkansas Business Affairs and Transit, Arkansas pricing for parking lots is pretty expensive. Resident Reserve, which those are the parking lots right outside your dorms, is $679. It's pretty expensive. Green Lot, which is really far away, is about $104. But there's a lot of lots around campus, so you have a lot to choose from, but most of them are pretty far away. And finally, you have the parking garages, which are about $926. This includes Garland Parking Garage, Harmon Parking Garage, and Stadium Parking Garage, which are all on campus, but it comes with a price, $926 to be exact. And not everyone is guaranteed a spot in the parking garage, so it's limited. And some common questions and answers that are asked by students are answered according to the University of Arkansas Business Affairs and Transit. They ask, do parking controllers have a quota? No, they don't, but they sure do seem like they give out a lot of. How many citations are handed out each year? Around 40,000 citations are handed out each year, and those can range from about $20 to all the way up to $200 from what I've seen. This info kind of hits closer to home, as we're all students at the University of Arkansas, and most of us have cars here. But we're about to see some other parking problems at other universities. Jake Jepson and John Dorsett say in their academic article that administration and planners understand that parking is a necessary and valuable resource in helping institutions meet important goals in college and universities are using parking to achieve a wide array of objectives, including meeting financial challenges and improving the quality of life for students. Now they say this, but are they truly doing this? At Florida State, parking is a very big concern. Out of 41,000 students and 11,000 academic and administrative staff are all on campus at one point during the day. But there are only really 6 parking garages and some little parking lots around campus. But altogether, it can only fit around 6,000 cars. 6,000 compared to 52,000 people, the math doesn't add up. It is said by some students that they enroll for 8 a.m. classes just so they can be guaranteed a parking spot. Isn't that crazy? I wouldn't want to wake up that early for a parking spot, but they have to. According to the article titled State of the University Parking Problems, it says, time is the last thing students need to waste with the amount of work and obligations they are committed to, especially just to park their car. And also, according to that same website, they say FSU cannot build any more spaces because of limited space and funds. But it was calculated that there are new student housing options, multi-million-dollar renovations, and athletic spending has gone up by 65%. It's gone from about 55 million to 91 million, but they can't afford any more parking. Interesting. As you see, we aren't the only university with any kind of problems with parking, and you'll see that in my final example. Clemson University. The car to parking spot ratio is about 1.8 cars for every spot. It's about 2 cars per every parking spot. That ain't it. The car to parking spot ratio for just employees is around 1.59 per every spot. So how are we going to expect students and employees to show up on time? You can't. They're not even guaranteed a parking spot. According to a blog titled Clemson Parking Sucks, the student population and amount of cars on campus is consistently growing, and the amount of spots on campus isn't keeping up with this steadily increasing number. Just from 1 year, the total enrollment of Clemson increased by 900 students. That's a lot of students and not enough parking. A solution was proposed by that blog to try and help the parking system by doing a carpooling system. But according to studies, out of all the freshmen, 83.9% have a car on campus. And around 35% of those freshmen only use their cars to get home. So how are students going to get home if they don't have a car on campus? By all these statistics, you see that college campuses are struggling with parking spaces and finding solutions just like Clemson University. Today, I informed you about all these recurring problems at college campuses around the United States. As many students across the country struggle with parking, we see the main issues as it being too expensive, there not being enough space, and it taking just too long to find a parking spot. I informed you today specifically about the University of Arkansas, Florida State University, and Clemson University. The next time you're on campus and you're struggling with parking, just remember, you're not alone. Other universities are having the same problem. Thank you.